I've been slacking. From today onwards, I promise to you that things are gonna change. Hey guys, so I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, and I decided today, no excuses, I'm just gonna go ahead and make it. This is basically an announcement for my YouTube channel. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because I've been slacking. I've wanted to be a YouTuber for over 5 years now, and along the way, there's just been so many reasons that I've been stopping myself, not putting enough time and energy into the process, and overall hesitating and making this process a lot harder than it should be. Today is the first step of me reckoning with that and deciding that I'm not gonna take any excuses anymore. I'm just gonna post things. For instance, even today, thoughts came up for me that I didn't have the best lighting, the best filming environment, and it was going to take too much effort, and I wasn't sure what I was going to say. But I decided I'm just going to open up my MacBook and shoot this whole video on my photo booth because that's the easiest way I could think of. From today onwards, I promise to you that things are going to change. So, yeah. I thought that I would tell you guys a little bit about why it's been really hard for me to follow through with all of the commitments that you have to make to kind of be in YouTube and to be creating content and putting out high quality content. The place where I really get stuck is in the editing process. I find it to be kind of tedious. For me, recording the content is not hard. I have recorded over 50 plus videos so far, and they're all just sitting in folders on my laptop collecting cobwebs. And I never make enough time to edit. I'll open up all my video files and stare at them for like an hour or two, get overwhelmed, and then by the time I actually get into the groove of things, I'll, stop working and go do something else. So, one of the other things I think that would really help my editing process is to prepare myself in advance and create the best environment possible to support me for this activity. So since I find it a little hard to get into it and get into the flow of it, I think a good thing would be to the night before prepare in advance everything that I would need. So clean out my room, clean my desk, have my laptop out, have my notebook out, have my earphones already plugged in, have maybe some snacks prepared the night before, some fruit that I'm going to cut up and have with me, some coffee, and yeah, just set myself up for a very comfortable editing environment where I can sit for a while and not get distracted by the things around me and have an empty, clear mind and be able to edit with ease. In this process so far, I've made a lot of different types of excuses, and although in the past I may have called them reasons, I think right now I'm only going to call them excuses because they're pretty much stopping me from living the life I want to live. So the things that come up for me frequently are that, I don't have enough energy or time after work. I work as a graphic designer and UI UX designer for a small agency, and I often feel like my mental capacity gets drained out within the work itself. So I tell myself, or I give myself this excuse that because I am so called drained out, I don't have the capacity to work on my art, work on my YouTube, and work on my skateboarding. And the thing is, I think that the problem is not that I have the job, it's that I don't have a good process for managing my time. I think I'm going to change that. I'd like to compartmentalize my time a little better now. Set aside definitely like a few hours in a week where I only focus on YouTube and YouTube only, and a few hours a week for my art, a few hours a week for skateboarding and my work, and so on. Another thing I need to work on, which I think is more of a personal process and more of an internal process, is to manage my energy, because I'm someone who is doing a lot of things all the time. I think I have to pay a little more attention to how I'm managing my energy, in the sense of being very aware of when my energy is being depleted. Am I able to fill in those little energy leaks that happen? And also pay attention to who I'm spending my energy with, so that maybe I can surround myself with a group of, like-minded people who are also entrepreneurial, who are going for an unconventional career and looking to start something beautiful. And yeah. Lastly, the biggest one is making excuses. I have to stop making excuses. Even for making this video, for instance, I thought about 100 things. I was like, oh, I don't have the right content, I don't have the right lighting, I don't have the right filming environment. But you know what? I just opened my MacBook, I went on Photo Booth, and I started recording. So from this day onwards, I'm just gonna start posting. I was listening to a podcast, The Nine Club, and Louis Mora was on it, and he was talking about how he was uploading for many years, and he's gotten so far along in the process that he's quite a professional YouTuber or professional filmmaker now. And he looks back at his old videos, and he had to take down like hundreds of videos which he thought didn't really match the quality of the videos he's making now. So that just gave me a little bit of motivation, saying that my videos don't have to be perfect. I just need to put them out, and people have to just start realizing that I exist, that I'm out here and I'm making content. Now I want to talk about a couple of things that I've been thinking about on how I can change my mindset. The first thing that I want to embody is to imagine myself living the life as the person that I want to be, and imagining that I'm already that person. And if I am that person, what does that person do in their day-to-day life? Like, okay, I am a successful artist. I have a YouTube channel where I vlog my skateboarding, my art, my traveling, and through the various skills that I have, I'm able to also sell different kinds of products and cool things to people around the world who resonate with the stuff that I make. I'm able to show people that you can live your life however you feel like. So if I was that person, what would my habits look like? What would my day-to-day activities be? How would I wake up in the morning? How would I prioritize my time? How would I, prioritize my physical and mental well-being? So all of these things are questions that I want to think about more every day. And I think you should too. I think that that's something that we all should do in case we're in a place where we're stuck and we feel like we want to be this person, but we keep blocking ourselves in our mind. I think that a good way to do it is to visualize, like, actually being that person and embodying that person. The second thing I want to change about my mindset is about money. I want to shift my mindset about money. Yeah, I guess I always imagined that money and living the life that I want to live kind of don't go hand in hand. I always imagined that I would have to give up some kind of freedoms or compromise some part of my life in case I want to be earning as much money as I need to kind of like support the lifestyle that I want to live. So it's all a big contradiction. And I watched this video recently. I think the YouTuber's name is Verdon Vanille, and she was saying that, you can change your mindset about money to be a more positive one. Look at money as just an exchange of goods and resources, and also to shift your mindset to a more abundance mindset where you imagine that money is coming to you, money is here to support you in your journey. And money is a good thing. Money is something like a tool or building block that just helps us and supports us to live the life that we want to live. So I've been more positive about the way that I'm thinking about it, and just trying to find the ways that I can create value and engage in an exchange of resources or value for money. So Yeah. The third thing is I'd really love to be living in constant creation and exploration. I've given myself this excuse these days that, I'm living with my parents and I feel that I'm not able to be as explosive and as expressive as I would if I was alone. But I think that that's also, in a way, just an excuse. I think that there's always going to be some kind of limitations, even if you're the most free person in the world, that may also be a limitation. I think that I just need to change my mindset about it and constantly be in the zone of creation, inspiration. And that leads me to my next 2 points, which is I gotta catch myself when I am spending too much time on social media or TV or just aimlessly kind of hanging around, because time is precious. Sometimes I'll be scrolling and 20 minutes pass by, half an hour, maybe even 2 hours, and I just think to myself during that time that I could have done a 20-minute workout. I could have edited on YouTube for an hour. I could have cooked a nice meal for myself. There's so many things that I could have done in that time. And I think that also, when talking about compartmentalizing my time, I think with social media as well, I should compartmentalize it. Maybe I just go on in the morning and then once in the evening. During the day, though, I think it's important that we're aware that, we are opening our phone and the first thing we click on is Instagram. For a lot of people, I think it becomes a coping mechanism, and I think that the first step in changing that is just being aware. Hopefully that changes for me and that it changes for you too. Lastly, I think a part of changing my mindset, I would like to start consuming things that make me the person that I want to be. For instance, I'd like to spend more of my time learning from others who've made their dreams a reality and consuming things that put me in a space of inspiration, put me in a space of creation, whether that's spending more time with my art materials or listening to enriching podcasts or watching really good film. I think that I'd like to be a little more selective of the type of things that I'm consuming, just so going back to the previous point, I'm living in this constant zone of creation and inspiration and exploration. And lastly, what can you expect from my channel? So I will be posting skateboarding vlogs, art vlogs, and travel vlogs. So I hope that this announcement will, first of all, and motivate me to kind of stick with this thing. Now I feel like, now that I put this out here, I've made a commitment to myself that I am going to be a YouTuber now. So, love you guys. Hope to see you more on this channel. And if you guys have any advice that I missed out on what I can do to make myself more productive in this aspect or more successful, or just to have more fun during the process, like, let me know. Would love to know. And yeah, see you guys soon.